Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is who? This is me. It is she. It is who? Rosie Rosette 2020. Pal. Let's jump right into it, okay? Because I'm listen, if I could make a video about this subject every day for the rest of my life or until they cash us out, I would. But I don't have the time for it. But today, I'm going to give you about 5 minutes. Again, where are our reparations as black people? You don't hear about anything. Oh, since they're not marching or tearing down statues or, you know, renaming schools or something like that. Cops are still killing our young men. They just indicted or charged one cop in, was it Oakland or San Francisco? Somewhere in the Bay Area of killing a man. This young cop, he was a rookie, but I told you, didn't I tell you what introductory course in the academy, in the police academy, are they teaching these cops to kill our men? What course? Where? What week? I asked that. Remember when I was doing all of those stories in the garage about, every week or every other week, there was, it's just, this was right before George Floyd. Right before George Floyd, I was saying, what, it's something that they're telling these rookies in the academy, saying, co-signing the fact that it's okay to kill black men. Or is it that these cops are just scared of black men? I don't know. But anyway, back to reparations. Biden and Harris, let's say Biden because he's president, not Harris. But anyway, that's a whole nother video. So he's getting all of these, naming his cabinets or anything like that. Nothing about reparations. Nothing about American Homeland Security. I don't know. He did name somebody. But still, I know he has to literally hit the ground. He doesn't even have to, he can't even hit the ground. He just has to run. Like literally, when he gets inaugurated on January 21st, literally has to like beam up Elon Musk. You got to fix something so that he can, make something so that he can literally, appear, or like Star Trek. He can, snap his fingers and be, from the inaugurated stage to the Oval Office. Like literally, he has to snap his fingers and he has to say like go, boom, and he has to start. Like literally, because like during the ceremony, that's when I guess it's like a couple hours, 5 hours, but they have to arrange it so that they have to move out Trump and move in Biden. So that's what happens. But literally right after, they don't have time for the pomp and circumstance or whatever. And I don't even think they may have to do this virtually because people can't organize if we're in a pandemic. So it has to be, or people have to be. It's not going to be a big crowd. There may be a lot of AKAs because Kamala's there or whatever. I don't see a lot of people, black people coming. It's not going to be a big to do like it was with Obama. It's not, because for one, we're in a pandemic. Two, we're in a pandemic. Three, we're in a pandemic. Okay, so it's not going to be a big to do. The fact that she is of a Afrocentric descent in Asian or whatever. Yeah, there could be some Indians and Jamaicans or whatever, but it's not going to be. Is it? I don't think so. I need to join Black Twitter. But anyway, but again, okay, let's get back to reparations. What are you guys gonna do? Literally, because I can't really speak to Harris because she's the vice president. She's like a lame duck until Biden gives her, until he, gets too stressed out or he forgets some things or whatever. Until then, she's a lame duck. But so while she's a lame duck, she needs to orchestrate when she takes over, because everyone knows she's going to take over. Right? That they must have had some type of arrangement, backroom arrangements, which they do a lot. That let them run together, because with that ticket, they have better chances of winning. Okay, fine. And then in about a year or two, he'll get too old to run, or his lapse of memory will be a little too noticeable that he will step down and she will take over. I guarantee that's how it's going to happen. I give it maybe year 2, maybe year 3, but that'll happen. And then she'll be president then, and then she's going to win the next election. She may win the next 2 elections. So she'll be in office for, I'd say, another 10 years, okay? That being said, Harris, can we please? No. Biden, you have to put on the books. You have to give Black people our due. It's been 400 years. It's been 400 years, a zillion killings. You know, you have so many Blacks in jail, and we don't represent half of the country. The country's 40%. No. That's in California. It's 40% Latinos. Well, it's not 40% Black. But yeah, we're like 50% or 30% of the jail population. Like, that's valid evidence. That's valid. I don't think, is Biden an attorney? I know Harris is, but I don't know if Biden is an attorney. Actually, I really need to research what his educational level is. You know what? I can do that right now. Because I know Kamala, she went to Howard, not Harvard. And actually, my niece is going there for law school, and my cousin went there. Biden's education. Okay, let's see. Biden education. Okay, so he is an attorney. All right. Okay. Yeah, he is an attorney. Syracuse University College of Law. Okay, that makes sense. He is an attorney. Okay, so it says Biden's education department will move fast to reverse Betsy DeVos policies. Okay, so they're just gonna, I guess basically what they're gonna do is undo first. Okay, so first they have to do everything that Trump did. They have to undo it. Okay, so first, I guess that's what they have to do. Then they have to deal with the stimulus. Well, no, they have to deal with the corona and stimulus. But how they're going to do that, I don't know, because I don't know if they have enough Senate seats. I don't think we will know until December 14th. You know, or is it Georgia and Florida that are running, or, you know, having runoff elections or recounts or something like that? Not for the president, but for other Senate seats or something like that. So we have to see. We have to see. But, you know, Governor Newsom, I need to know. You know, you had 2 people. You said you had a committee to look at the possibilities of reparations for people in California. But I haven't heard anything else. Let's look. Let's see if we have something. Okay, let's see. Gavin Newsom's reparations for Black people. Blacks. Okay. See? September 30th. All right, so September 30th, he signs a bill opening the door to paying slavery. All right, okay, so that's September 30th. Now, a month ago, signs bill opening the door to paying slavery. Okay, a scholar has a word. All right, okay, so yeah. Slavery Reparations Task Force bill signed by governor. All right. Well, I know that was. Come on. Oh, my son is sick. Okay. Okay, but. Okay, so California has come to terms with many of its issues, but it has yet to come to terms with its role in slavery. We're talking about really addressing the issues of justice and fairness in this country that we have to address. Um, See, this is all September 30th. This is not a month ago. Well, what's going on after that? You know. So, Reparation Task Force bill passes Assembly August 31st. But that's still. So, what happened? There's nothing else since then. Like, this is so September, October, November. We're about to go into December. We still have nothing. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything. And I need to be on that. I literally need to be on that task force because, I think they just did that because it was trendy. Everything is September 30th. October 1st he signed. Okay. So, African American reparations bill. So it's AB 3132. It's to consider. We don't need you to consider. We already know that it was an issue that that our ancestors, my ancestors, not our ancestors, my ancestors were beaten, killed, served to alligators, denied social justice, denied the right to education, denied the right to own property, denied health care, denied mental health issues, denied, our language, denied our religion. It's denied so much, so much. There was a massacre in my grandmother's hometown in Louisiana. There was a massacre in my other grandmother's hometown in Louisiana, Colfax. So I should get double. And then, my grandfather is from Oklahoma. He was, he had a lot of Indian in him. You see what they did to the Indians, so I should get it three ways. And then my other grandfather, he grew up in Lake Charles. So yeah, there you go. There you go. I should get all three ways. But why aren't a lot of black people talking about it? Like, the problem with black people, and I am black, is that, okay, someone says something. Someone, a white cop kills a black person. Oh, rah, 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 let's march, and then boom, it's dead. No more videos, no more protests. Oh, they give a couple people little jobs or, give them something under the table. They reward them. Okay, fine. Okay. Then someone else dies. Okay, rah, 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 rah. No, no, no. You have to continually, consistently argue, debate, make videos, protest, stand up in front of a legislator. Do something. But see, what they do is they make a committee to suggest reparations. No, we don't need suggestions. We need solutions. Again, health care, mental health care, the 40 acres, a Tesla, education, freedom of speech, driving while black, that should not be a crime. That should not be a crime to drive while black. That is not a crime. So take it off the books, because as black people, just because we're black, that's not illegal. Unlawful searches. All of my brothers in jail, 113,000 men are incarcerated, or people, I'll say people, and 30% of those people are black. But yet we're 13% of the population. So that's like 3/4 of our men are in jail. So once you put them in jail, you get them into the system. But it starts before they get to jail, because a lot of the foster kids are black. Okay, so it starts early. You hook the parents on drugs. Okay, I don't understand why Parents, people get on drugs, but whatever. Okay. You hook the parents on drugs, and then they lose their kids, or they have a lot of kids while they're on drugs. Okay, so they go into the system. So when they go into the system, they become foster kids. Then once they become foster kids, then, they have all kinds of issues because they're not being raised. They're not being nurtured. If anything, if you don't nurture, look, I have a plant. You see this plant right here? When I got it, you see the dead leaves? I'm trying to nurture it back to life, okay? Now the leaves are standing up, okay? But this dead leaf, right? Maybe at the plant store, this wasn't nurtured. Maybe it wasn't, it wasn't fed properly. You see that? Maybe it wasn't fed properly. Maybe it wasn't watered. And this was a weak link. Same thing. Same analogy with these kids. Not everyone can be strong. A lot of people need to be nurtured or whatever, for whatever reason. So now, okay, so they're not, they're molested or abused or whatever in foster care. Okay, so they're acting out in school. They don't have anybody to protect them or anything while they're in school. So then they catch a case while they're a kid and they go to jail. You see what I'm saying? Or the women become prostitutes, or, they're on drugs, okay? They're not taught, oh, you're in foster care, you can go to school and have everything paid for. No one really tells them that because they're trying to survive, okay? And these, some foster parents are abusing them, someone, or molesting them and all this crazy stuff, okay? So they have to deal with that. And it's just not foster kids that are molested and all that. It's regular kids too, but okay. So then they go to jail. They catch a case. They get in the system. So they're in the system from being a foster kid. And now they're in the system for, for cases or whatever. And now they have to pay the court. They have to just, they don't have enough money for a lawyer. Now, granted, they don't have much education because they've been trying to survive in foster care. Okay? They've been trying to survive in foster care. So, they're on survival. They can't think about reading and writing because they're trying to survive. They might not have enough food to eat or whatever. Okay? So now they don't really have an education, so they're in foster care. Now they're catching a case. So it's stacking. So by the time, so they grow up in the system. Not in the foster care system, in the criminal system, in the jail system. So by the time that they, finally become adult, they've been raised in the system, in the jails. That's, you're not nurtured in jails with a whole bunch of men. You see what I'm saying? Or a whole bunch of women. You see how it's all screwed up? Now, they get out of jail. They don't, okay, maybe they picked up a trade in prison. Maybe not. But, okay, so now they're all screwed up because they were taken from the parents. They grew up in foster care. Then after foster care, they grew up in the system, in the penal system, in the prisons. And now they're out. They don't have education or whatever. So what are you going to do? How are they supposed to live? They haven't been nurtured. They haven't been educated. All they know is how to survive. So what are you going to do? But see, America has stripped our family unit to shreds. But we're supposed to be supermen and superwomen and bond ourselves back together after we've been stripped to shreds. Again, we were stripped of health care. We were stripped of education. We were stripped of mental health. We were stripped of our property, our 40 acres. We were stripped of our mule. We were stripped of our language, our religion, but yet our mothers were raped, our fathers were raped. In front of us, our kids were taken away from us. Our babies were fed to crocodiles and alligators, whatever, killed. In Australia, they used their babies as kicking balls or whatever to kick the heads off the baby. Just craziness. But yet, we can't get our reparations. We can't get it. You want to consider, what the hell are you guys considering? This is a fact. This is not fiction. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a folklore. This is reality for Black people. So what the fuck are you guys considering? Hurry it up. This needs to be expedited. It needs to be expedited. What the hell are you considering? Time is money. You have the younger generations dying, surviving, and being incarcerated, being killed by white cops, by black cops, by black men, by white men, or whatever. Just because of the color of our skin. But because of the color of our skin, we have been issued away like animals. Like animals. That's not fair. That's not fair. And you don't want to give us the money that's due. You want to consider. That's what I'm saying. Biden, Harris, Pelosi, all of you guys are paid. You guys are paid. However you got paid, however you got to the rank that you are, whether it was dirty or clean, you are where you are. But what about the other ones? What about the other ones? Kamala Harris, like again, you're not black. You're of African descent. Okay, there's a difference. There's a difference. You're AKA, but still, you're not, your ancestors weren't slaves. Just like Obama. His ancestors weren't slaves. His father's from Kenya, his mother is white. Okay, you guys are African descent. Let's make it clear. Let's make it plain. I don't know what it's going to take for America to understand what you did to my people, what you did to my ancestors, what you're doing now. There's still a lot of systematic racism. There is. Why you guys are so intimidated by black people that you want to bury us one by one, I don't know. I don't know what we did. We didn't do anything. We didn't ask to be here. You brought us over here. Now you don't have a reason for us to be here and you want us to leave. No, it doesn't work like that. No, it doesn't work like that. No, it doesn't work like that. No. We're here now. You brought us over here. You took all of our rights, our dignity, our language, our money, our salvations, our kids, our husbands, our family union, whatever.